Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a guest. Yes, I know you hear me chatting all the time, but I have someone else that is going to talk to you guys about her US student visa experience. Okay, so you know how it is in the studio. You'd wait for the presenter to start with her opening, what's it called, opening notes or whatever. So she was sitting right here and I was like, no, let's make this interesting, let's make this professional, okay? So she's about to come in. Drum rolls. Welcome, Nonye. Gosh, she's making a dramatic entry in here. You need to see this.
This is the funny. That's a very shy person.
You guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the visa processing. So I've been here for quite a while, so I feel like the experiences might have changed, the stories might have changed. So also everyone's experience is different. Okay, that's why I brought someone else to the channel to share her experience. Where did you do your visa interview? Was it Lagos or Abuja? Lagos. Okay, see how serious she's looking.
Shy. I'm shy. Like I feel like I'm in front of like huge crowd right now.
Are you here in huge crowd? Subscribers, people are a huge crowd. Okay, so she's going to tell us about her experience, her visa experience, and yeah, so let's just chat. Nonye arrived this semester, so her experience is still, is still new. She's still the latest babe in town. So
Yeah.
okay, so
Pressure.
yes, she's a fresher. She's a greenie. How many schools did you apply to?
This year I actually applied to just one school this year.
Oh, this year. Oh,
Yeah,
you've been
like,
trying
I've
before?
been trying like since 2017.
Ooh,
Yeah, like I apply every year. Last year I was admitted to like all three schools I applied to. But
awesome.
COVID, like the whole thing just got tiring.
Yeah.
I was like feeling like I wasn't ready because of.
Was it
the way everything
US?
happened. Yeah, US.
Wow. So you only applied to UCM this year?
This year, like to be honest, I was kind of done with.
Yeah, so you're just
US.
like
I was.
let me just do
I
it.
was.
Did you get a GA before coming?
No, I didn't. No.
You see,
No.
I've been telling you people. I've been telling you guys. I said you don't need a GA to get a visa.
No,
Are you
don't.
seeing? She
Like-
came this semester. Oh.
Yeah.
You see? Okay, continue. Just give us the gist. So let me not interrupt you. Tell us about your visa processing. How long did it take you to gain admission? What exams did you write? And then how the visa itself went. How did you prepare for it?
Okay, then that means I have to start like from the very beginning. How long it took me to, like the exams I wrote, right? I
Yes.
think it was in 2018 I started taking my exams. I took GRE, I took TOEFL. Yeah.
Did your
so
school require the TOEFL
The
exam?
schools, most schools don't actually require.
Yeah, because
TOEFL.
Nigeria is an English speaking.
Yeah, like you can even fight your way through. To be
Yeah.
honest, like
Who told you
can-
to write the exam?
I just wanted to have it. Like I just felt I needed to. Really, to be honest, it wasn't.
You
It wasn't.
see?
You can have your way without the TOEFL.
You
You don't
see?
even need to write it. Like I encourage people not to write it. except you
Exactly.
have-
I've been telling them.
time
You
and
see why you
money.
need a channel like this? I've been giving you guys
Yeah.
free advice. I told you don't need to write any English speaking exam
you
because you're
don't.
from an English speaking
Like,
country.
you can even mail them and tell them, and really they would accept what you say. Like as far as you
Exactly.
can prove that your transcript
Yes.
is written in English and
Exactly.
everything.
Because
and
if they even Google
courses
it,
in
they will
English,
see that you're
yeah.
from an English speaking country.
Yeah.
People should be appreciating me because I've been giving you advice, free advice since.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So after my exams, I started applying. Like looking for school for me was basically based on my course interests. So
Yeah.
I was looking for a school that had, interesting aspects of like nice course curriculum
Yes.
that ties with my goals and everything. So yeah, that was how I came about. Those 3 schools I even applied to last year, like they kind of have the same thing in common.
Oh, you didn't use an agent, right?
No, I didn't use an agent. No, I did everything myself. Yeah. So this year, what even led to UCM? To be honest, like it was a friend that encouraged me. US was like last minute. I think I started my application to this school maybe in April or March. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, like, and to be honest, it was in less than 2 weeks. I think I got my admission. Like,
UCM is actually
is-
fast.
they're
This school is
fast.
fast.
yeah. What? And my course didn't even require. They didn't require GRE. They didn't require a GRE and TOEFL, right? So it was
Yeah.
very easy. And like I said, I was just trying to let's
To
just put this
just
application there.
yes, like it's easier than
Yeah.
it looks. My department required GRE, but right
Yeah,
now I
they
think with
don't.
COVID,
A lot of schools are
most
waiving
schools,
GRE
yeah.
now. So after I got my admission, I was just like, okay, what's the next step? I think I was supposed to provide proof of funding,
yeah.
for them to send my I-20 and other admission packages. So I did that, and in less than 5 days they
Yeah.
got me the.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, besides that proof of what's it called? Besides the bank statement, is there any other way you can provide proof of funds?
I think you can use loan.
Okay.
I think you can, like, I've heard people use
Yeah, loans, like bank loans.
Is it bank loans?
Yeah,
But
bank.
they are loan agents. Basically,
Okay, so
I think you can use loans.
so once there is that
Then what
proof
else?
of having a loan, you are fine.
Yeah, you know the amount you probably need.
Oh
Okay,
yes,
now
yes,
that's another
yes.
thing.
The amount on the
You have to
I-20 is
put
usually more
an
than you
amount
actually
that that covers a year tuition plus your what's that again? Feeding, everything.
Yes,
So they
yes,
add
yes,
everything
yes.
together. So when you see the amount on your I-20, it might look like, okay, no, they just do an
Yeah.
estimate of everything. Aside from
everything.
the only real figure there is your tuition.
Tuition,
fee.
yeah.
So after that, like, they sent the I-20 documents and everything.
How did you pay your service fee? Did you use an agent?
Okay, yeah, my friend did service for me.
Because
A
I
friend
heard you
of mine.
can't pay from Nigeria. Actually, I think it's blocked from Nigeria, something
Western
like that.
Union. What happened to Western Union?
I don't know what
can use
happened.
Western
You can use
Union.
Western Union.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Because when I wanted to pay my service fee, I could not pay from Nigeria. Nigeria and some countries were blocked. Like, you would have to look for someone that is based in another country. I know some people were going to Cotonou to pay.
To pay, really.
Yeah, some people are going to Cotonou
Okay,
to
me,
pay.
I just saw people were using Western Union. I think the
Yeah.
only reason why I could not use Western Union was I felt it was going to take my time. Or maybe, I'm not sure, I can't
Yes.
remember. But truth is, I had a friend that was ready to make the payment for me, and I didn't want to stress.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious about that. So if you guys know, just like let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
If you know anyone that has actually paid from Nigeria and how they did it.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, my friend paid service. I bought the visa. What did they call it? I paid for visa.
Yeah,
sha.
visa fee.
You get your
yes.
receipt after you pay for visa.
Yes,
You need
yes.
to keep that receipt, like, it's very important.
Yeah.
And after I did that, okay, you now have to start. You generate the
Code.
no, you generate something on visa page.
Is it the DS-160?
DS-160,
Yes,
yes.
you feel that one.
I mean, that thing is stressful, to be honest.
Yes,
Like,
I've actually spoken about DS-160 on
is
this
stressful.
channel. You have to be very careful because
Stressful.
as they're interviewing you, they are looking at your DS-160.
Mm-hmm.
So don't say anything that is contrary to what is on your
like, don't lie, to be
DS-160.
honest.
Don't lie.
And if you like, don't lie. I don't even like.
Seriously, because if you lie, like, you are cramming information. But if you
Yeah.
are being honest, you are actually saying what is in your mind.
And the
You are
truth is
saying
that if you lie, like, you might
Not
make
true.
mistake eventually.
exactly, and
Yeah,
then once
so-
you contradict yourself, they're like, you understand. So just try and feel it. Try and feel it honestly, and try and feel it yourself. Because when you feel it yourself, you are very aware of what you put in there.
Feel it yourself. Like, to be honest, that does it. It's going to be stressful for me. Do you know what even happened to me? Like, when I opened the page, I've gone maybe halfway on the first page, even halfway on the second page. You know, you keep scrolling through
Yes,
sections.
yes, yes.
The thing will close.
Are
And
you
it won't
serious?
save.
And then you start again.
I'll start again. I have to, like, sometimes I would even try to open on the same, because once you open it, it generates a number for you. So I'll try to open on the same number. It just wouldn't work. I have to open, like, so I had like how many numbers, like more than 3. I suffered. I mean, I wanted to give up at some point. I'm like, this is how.
Hey, thank God you not give up.
I mean, I feel a lot of forms, but this was like really annoying.
Yeah.
Maybe it was my network. I don't know, but I mean, it was crazy annoying. Yeah, but at least I was able to eventually fill it up. So they would ask you a couple of information. There are not information you probably have not provided in your life before, so it's not like a big deal. At that point, too, you also need to talk about how you be funding yourself. I think they ask questions like that.
Yes. Like
so make sure
your job.
it tallies with anything you think you would say during the interview process. Just make sure you're saying the truth.
Yes,
that
exactly.
way you're out of trouble.
Yeah.
Right? And stress. So finally, I was able to fill. I took my DS-160 2 days. Like, days. I was able to fill it finally. And you know the funny thing, to be honest, like I've never really tried to. I mean, I've never tried F1 visa process before. Like, so I didn't know that getting. In fact, I didn't know how difficult it was to get dates. So I was just so relaxed at that time.
Yes, it's even more difficult now.
Like, I didn't know. I went to Lagos that period, and Simeo, I was thinking that, okay, I'll just delay my stay in Lagos within and have my visa scheduled for any day within that period.
Jagaban.
I was in Lagos, I think ending of June. No, was it May? I was in Lagos May.
Yeah.
I think May. So I was like, yes, I was in Lagos May 29th. That last week in May.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just do my visa for second week in June. Do you understand? So I'll just schedule my date. I thought you would just choose any date.
Yeah.
Yes. And then what else didn't I even know? Like, I didn't know you need to prepare for visa. Like, I didn't know you need to actually prepare. I just thought it's just an interview.
Yes,
like,
now.
no
Hey, as a boss lady, just go there.
I mean, so basically, when I was done filling the form, I think I finished filling the form May 31st. I was now supposed to go next. I think next thing was schedule your dates. My service fee was okay. I don't think you need to have service fee to even be able to schedule dates.
Oh yeah.
I don't think so. But yeah, I think I was ready to book dates, and then I was seeing July. I'm like, what's going on here? I saw mid-July. I was just like, okay, this is the closest date I'm seeing. Let me just pick it.
Yeah.
So after I picked it, now, and that's why sometimes it's good to tell people things, to like all these keeping things makes it difficult. You might lose out on a lot more than opening up to people. I think after I filled the visa form and then I talked to a friend about, oh, I just did a visa, blah blah blah, and the guy like literally connected me to a group, Browns. Shout out to Browns to Green, whatever, I've forgotten their group, and I think they are quite active on Nairaland too. So he connected me to that group on WhatsApp. I joined them, and they were posting stuff about visa. I was seeing transcripts. I didn't know. I did not know.
Transcripts are so helpful. It's not your university transcript though. Transcript is yes, like people write what was discussed in their interview, so you know what to do in yours, and some even write
there are some standard questions.
There are some standard questions. So people even write their proposed answers.
Like that was one thing people were doing. So people would come and post their transcript, what they prepared to say, and ask people to review for them.
Yes.
So I was seeing all of that, and I'm like, is this thing? Should it be?
You didn't know it was that serious.
So what I did was, at that point I was getting tensed. Like, oh my God, I didn't know that it's a big deal. So I went online. I looked for standard questions. So I gathered all the standard questions, and then I started forming my own responses. Not from like they were all truths, but I mean packaging my response.
The way someone said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So the way you say it matters. And the way she's sounding, don't be scared. It's not like you're writing an exam or something.
No,
it's just that. It's just to advise you to be prepared.
It's just to advise. It's just because I wasn't aware.
Yeah,
like if I was aware,
don't go there nonchalantly.
Maybe it wouldn't have been much of a big deal or something. So like I gathered up all of the questions, packaged my responses. I sent it to my friends to help me review. Like, I don't really like writing really, so like help me, does this thought process make sense?
Yes.
Like, say for example, you know, this question of what would you be doing when you come back to the country and all of
Yes,
those
yes,
things. You need to be
yes.
very deliberate about your response, and you need to
Yeah.
ensure that the thought process really makes sense. Like,
Mm-hmm.
read it out to someone. How does it sound to the person and all of those
Yes.
things. So my friends helped me a lot, and then the Browns to Green group on WhatsApp. Like, I was seeing people's experiences,
Mm-hmm.
so I could, you know, use that. You know, there was a particular day someone posted a transcript. I mean, his experience after the visa, not a proposed transcript, like his own visa experience.
Yes.
And guess what? The I feel like we had like the same story, and it was a reject. Do you get, like, we had like nearly the same story about sponsor what you'll be doing after
Yes,
school,
yes.
and even the course was the same. Like,
And the interesting thing about these
Yeah.
groups is that if someone gets rejected, someone on that group would have an idea why, and they would actually explain it, like, this is what you did, so you would know that you
exactly,
should
that
not
was
do the
what
same
happened.
thing.
I read
Yes.
the transcripts properly, and based on my I began to have experience in it. So based on my experience from the way those guys advise people on the group, I could
Yes.
pick where the problem was, and I was like,
Yes.
okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to say
Yes,
this.
exactly.
Right. So, I mean, thank God I saw that transcript,
Yeah.
and I really hope that person have gotten visa right now.
I hope
really
so
hope
too.
so.
If it's the will
But-
of God.
yeah, okay, yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
So I just used that to check me. In fact, I called your friend. I'm like, can you believe this? This is what I'm about to say. Is this going to be a reject and all of those things? But I mean, my friends were really, really helpful. Shout out to all my friends that knew about the entire process. I can't begin to call names right now. But
Yeah.
shout out to everybody. They were like, everybody that knew. Oh my God, they were so supportive. So
Now, yes, friend.
yeah,
You've gotten a shout out on TV.
Like, you know, the funny thing, most of them have not even tried the process before.
Aw.
But like, they were so helpful.
See
Oh
what
my
I told you guys
God.
about having a support system. I'm
Yeah.
glad that someone is talking about her own
Yeah,
experience, and you
yeah.
are seeing that all those advice that have been
Yeah.
given you can see now that
Yeah.
I was not just making noise. They are real. You need a support system.
Yeah. So another thing I was doing was, aside from having it, I was rehearsing it every day. Not cramming. Don't cram it.
Don't
like, I noticed that when I first started, it was seeming as though I was cramming, and it made it so difficult, because you know when you cram something.
Yes, now
and
you're
they're
trying
not
to remember
asking-
everything word for
yeah,
word.
like, it's crazy. So
Yes.
the first 1 week was basically as though I crammed it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I was reading out to my friends, different people. Like,
Yeah.
so they'll be like, okay, no, say it like this. And my friends kept
Yeah.
asking me, doing interviews for me. Like, but even though I'm a very shy person, so there was this person.
Can see how
there
shy
was-
she is.
There was this person from Brown to Green.
Mm.
I told the guys to give me a mock interview. Brown to Green, so they do these mock interviews. I had this funny experience. They do this Zoom stuff that people just dial in, like, at a particular time, and then if you are ready with your transcript and everything, someone is ready to ask you questions.
That's really. Did you pay to join the group?
No. So
Wow.
I was just watching. I wasn't even ready to do that thing, because everybody will be seeing, and you probably will put it on video, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing
Yeah.
this. But I'll just go and learn from it. If you know you're not shy, you can, you know, do
Try
it.
it,
But
yes.
yeah, I'll just go watch and see.
Mhm.
And so after the meeting, I connected to one of the askers. What would they call them? Interviewers. Yeah, I connected with one of them, and then I said, please, can you give me a mock interview? Right? And then guy was like, okay, no problem. That was even the person that really made me figure out that I needed to do some final touch-ups to my story to make it nicer and all of those things. So you won't believe what happened. This guy was traveling to America, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was going maybe 4 days to my interview,
Mm-hmm.
but he thought that, like, say it was going on Monday, he
Mhm.
thought Tuesday was my interview date. At the airport, he called me, because he knows that, like, once he jump on the plane, he's not going to be able to reach me for at least 40, maybe 48, or you understand?
Some
Like, I
people
mean,
are
travel
just so
trips.
nice.
Someone I don't know before. So the guy called me. He was like, let's have a mock right now. I'm like, are you serious? And so he said, yes, it's at the airport, blah blah blah. And I said, okay, but my interview is not tomorrow. I was like, okay, still, let's do it. So we did a mock there and then.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, even when he goes, it won't be easy for him within the first period and stuff. So he did it, and I think it was even that interview that made me feel like, I think I'm ready.
Ready.
Yeah. So I mean, I went to Lagos. Now, another thing, you guys, please, there's this thing before just 2 days before my interview, they started saying, oh, Abuja gives approvals more. Please don't believe all those things. Like, just pray, because another thing I was in, I was praying every day. I wake up,
pray and be confident.
Like, I was praying, I was building my confidence. I was praying to God to build my confidence.
Yes.
Because, yes, I know I needed help on that. Aside from interviewing with people and all of those things, I was praying for confidence. Like, I prayed specifically for it, and God came through, to be honest. Like, so basically, when you see stories like, oh, don't go to Abuja, they don't approve, don't go to Lagos, please don't believe all those things, to be honest. Just take your own story, believe in God.
Yes.
Regardless of whoever interviews you, if you are going to go, you will go. Like, even if you go there and don't say anything, you will go, to be honest.
Go.
Like,
yes, you
so
will get it.
I had gone past my interview process, like the 4 weeks I used to prepare, I went through different processes. Like, each week, new discovery, each week was just a different learning process for me, a different growth process per se. Yeah. So, like, after now, interview week, I went to Lagos, right? Interview day. Okay, yeah, even days to my interview, I didn't even have to do so much preparation because I was already ready.
Yeah, at that point,
like,
I just relaxing.
Like, it was just prayer, God favor me. Like, I was already ready. So on my interview day, I went really early, and please, okay, I dressed corporately. I think it's just good to dress in a way that you feel confident. You know, dressing gives you confidence.
Yeah, you know, I said it one time on the channel. Some people were saying you need to just dress casually, like dress anyhow.
Dress in a way that you feel confident.
Yeah, like dress anyhow so that we know you don't need it.
No, but I think it should be professional. Like not so
not
professional,
really, yes, but be neat.
Just be neat.
Yes. Look
be
good,
neat,
look smart.
Good. Exactly. That was what I wanted to look smart, so that they will know that, okay, this person is really going to school or something. Yeah. Right. So
yeah, I'm not saying that if you don't dress smart you won't get your visa, but it's good.
But it's good. It helps you. It helps you.
Even it helps you to boost your own confidence.
Yes. I woke up that morning feeling so confident. I felt like I was so confident on my interview day. I don't understand what happened. I should have had. Like, I go there, I did everything. You know, I don't know where the confidence was from. But at some point, I had to tell myself, calm down. Don't let people think that you are the what is to call them again? Those people that interview. VO. At this point, I don't think you are the VO, because I was so confident. Like, so now there's this annoying thing about Lagos interview center. Yeah. Lagos Embassy. You guys would actually hear what they are saying. You might be 50 in the hall and hear what they're asking everybody. Yes. And that's why you need to stay build yourself before that day, so that you'll be able to, shut off every noise. Like, basically that day, I wasn't letting. I kind of already expected that, okay, because at that point I'd already known, okay, they used to reject people a lot and all of those things. So I was already prepared for it. Yeah. Also, let me know if you want to hear the Abuja experience in the comment section, because apparently it's quite different in Abuja. Yeah. So let me know in the comment section, okay? All right. So where did I even stop?
Yeah.
Like, when I got into the hall, I mean, like, maybe 50. I didn't count the but I mean, there were that plenty in front of me, and like I said, you would hear what they're asking everybody. Yes. Try not to listen. If you know you want to listen, be sure that you're this kind of person that don't care. Like, but try not to listen. But for me, there's no way you can totally not listen, to be honest, like, because it's loud. Yeah, but the point is, don't let anything that is going on there affect you in any way. So what I kept doing was I kept saying I'm different. Like, I kept having that in my head. I was even smiling that I'm different. Like, no, I'm different. Like, there are different people. I have a different story, and my story is unique. Yes. And I would, I was just positive. Just be very positive. I was positive, and I am so sure it was the grace of God that helped me, to be honest. Like, it was the grace of God. So I went through all the process. It got to my turn. Yay! Finally! Like, wow! It was a young guy, like a white guy, obviously.
Was he handsome?
Yes, he was, and he was really cool. I was like, good morning. I was smiling. I was happy. I think those things work too.
Yes,
Really.
yes.
I was just like, I think the way I reacted
Yeah,
was
you're
like,
so relaxed.
I was relaxed.
Yeah.
That was what I wanted to portray. I was relaxed
Mhm.
and I dressed well. So
You sure
felt
it's
like
not
I
the
was
same
looking
guy that
good.
interviewed me? Because the guy that interviewed me is also a fine guy. I don't know.
Well,
Might be.
I'm not even sure I can remember his face right now, but I
I
know
don't
it was
remember his
fine.
face, but I know he was fine and young.
And I know he was nice. Like, I feel okay. Maybe because of the person he interviewed before me, I feel like he wanted to. No, you know something funny happened.
Yeah.
No, there was this woman on red lipstick. That's the only thing I can remember about her. Like, she was on red lipstick and she was sitting at the first section. I kind of just didn't want her to interview me. Like, I just didn't want.
Red lipstick. What did red lipstick do to her?
You won't believe
What?
that. Let me tell you something funny happened. The woman was like done interviewing and it was supposed to be me next. And I prayed quietly. I was like, God, please, I don't want this woman to interview me. Please delay them. And for some reason, the person went back. I'm not even lying.
Wow.
The person went back and they just had a conversation again. By then, the guy that interviewed
He was
me
free.
was free. The person interviewed, they didn't even use 1 minute with the person.
Wow.
For you to see how God just works for me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even exaggerating. And so I just walked up to that guy and I smiled. I was like, good morning, how are you?
Show us how you smelled.
And then, so we exchanged greetings. I asked him to how he was doing. And,
Yeah.
you know, he started asking me questions.
Mhm.
Questions I prepared for. Like, really. I didn't get any question I didn't prepare for. I
Awesome.
didn't get
Wow.
any question I didn't prepare for. Like,
That's awesome. So you see, there are standard questions
Yeah.
out there. You have to do your research.
and then there's this other question. You guys, you see this question about why are you going to this school? Please, it's not always about one lecturer, this one doctor, one professor. You know now, you know when people are preparing, they'll be like,
Yes.
say one professor did. Are you interested in the professor?
Yes.
It's boring. Like,
Well,
I
yeah,
feel
what
like it's
exactly do you
boring.
like about the
Like,
school?
There are other things, and it's
Yes.
good to say something different, something unique.
True.
Not always, because I feel like those VOs are tired of hearing the same kind of story.
Yes, there's this answer that was overflogged at a point, and that is when they ask you, why do you want to study abroad? And you'll be like, I want to stand above my peers.
Are you serious?
Hey, I remember, I want to have an edge over others.
Really?
Everybody was saying it.
They get tired.
Yeah, like
They get
when they just be
Wait,
creative.
please, if you are using Naira Land or whatever you're using, like, try to be creative about your responses. Don't use the common. It makes it easier for you, because when you asked me why am I going to the school, I said something about a quality association in the school that I'd love to be part of, and I said it in a way that
Yes.
the man was like, oh really?
Yeah.
Wow. But
Something
sometimes they'll
unique.
tell you oh really, and they'll still give you rejected. But I just felt
Yeah,
that was cool.
actually unique.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, because everybody before me were talking about, because like I said, I was hearing everybody's conversation. They're talking about a doctor, a professor that they want to work with, and everything. I mean, I just came and I'm like, I want to be part of an association
Yeah.
that is on campus. Like, make sure you stress on that. Don't let them.
Yes.
Make sure you stress on that. It's a department thing, and the association is like the best in the region and all of those things. That was what I said, and I was
Great.
like, oh wow, that's nice. And he just asked me some pretty other
Yeah,
general
yeah,
questions.
yeah.
Today we're not talking about questions.
Hey, we're talking about what? Celebration. Okay,
Just
visa
visa
process.
process.
Oh, so you
That's-
want to
that-
tell them about questions another day? Are you going to give them the gist or?
It depends on how much you pay.
Hey, you guys should
It
subscribe.
depends.
Let's monetize this channel
Okay, yes.
and start
Please
paying.
subscribe.
Yes, you want to
yes.
hear questions?
All right.
When you gave me the visa, how
So-
did you act? Tell us.
There's some people like, when I was reading people's experience, and they're like, when they got their visa, they didn't hear anything that the man was like.
I just
DO was
see
saying
white
again.
paper.
And I said, no, I'm a very composed person. I'm cool, I'm calm, and I'm just going to be there and get everything.
Hey.
You get, I was even like saying, I'll tell him, thanks for believing in me. I can't believe it. Oh my god. Oh my
Is it Papilo? Thanks for being. I don't say one day you go make me proud.
So I just thought I'm very calm, and
Yes.
I will be calm and listen. like as a calm girl
That
I
you
am.
are.
So basically, immediately this guy just said, "I'll be keeping your passport," handed me the white paper. As in, to be very honest, I didn't hear anything. In fact, I think I walked out. I don't wanted to answer. Like, I was just like, okay, I just kept saying, "Thank you, Jesus." Like, thank you, Jesus. It was unbelievable. I didn't hear. I walked out. It was way after my visa interview. Like, after I left the embassy completely, I was like, God, hope this guy will not say that they will not give me the visa again, because you know they will send it to you. So I'm like, because the way I walked out, Jesus,
You didn't even say thank you.
I didn't say thank you. I just said white paper. I collected white paper and I just saw that I walked
Before
out.
they will change their
so
mind.
happy. Like, I just wanted to go and thank God. That was what was on my mind, because I know it was God did this.
Yes,
like, it was
God did it.
Yes, I just wanted to go and do that. And you know,
Here you are today.
yes.
Nonye of America.
Right.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing your experience. If you like more of these videos, let me know in the comment section. Also, thank you for subscribing. So remember to share with your friends. We're giving you free advice. You're not paying for this advice.
Right.
So share with your friends. Ask them to subscribe. If you are watching and you've not subscribed, click on the subscribe icon. Okay?
Okay.
Say click, click, click.
Click, click, click.
Click on it and subscribe, and then there's a notification icon there as well. It looks like a bell. If you click on that, you get notified whenever I post a video. I try to post a video every Monday. Okay, so you should be getting another video next week. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and sharing. And to the new subscribers, welcome. To the old subscribers, thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Yes, there's jollof rice. All right, so yeah, I've been getting some requests about some videos, and I'll work on that as well. And for those of you who are already in the process of applying for schools, good job. Just keep going, keep going, and
like,
you're
don't
going
be
to get there.
discouraged.
Yes,
I mean, some people do this for years.
Yeah.
Really.
So don't be discouraged.
If you know that's your dream and that's your goal and that's what it should be.
Yeah, so if that's what
keep
you want,
fighting for it.
Start saving now.
Sometimes things don't come easily. It doesn't mean you're not supposed to get it.
Yes,
It just means
yes.
you put in more work.
Exactly. For example, she got hers on her first attempt, but it doesn't mean that if you don't get
like,
yours
okay,
on the
I
first
didn't say that
attempt,
was my first
you won't
attempt,
get it. Yes, like people have tried even 7 times.
10 times. I've heard of 10 times.
So just put in the work. Be determined. Hey, what's that advert? I was determined that I will never give up.
Okay, I don't know.
Yes,
but be determined.
Yes.
Don't be discouraged. Like, there's always something to learn from every. Like, it's not failure, but like every, let's say, disappointment or something. There's always something to learn from it. So just learn from every.
Just learn, Just try and learn.
Get into the business.
Get into the business, okay?
Yeah.
So, thank you so much. Thank you, Nonye, for coming to our channel. Hey, big woman, big vibes, rich auntie vibes. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you next week. Yep. See you next week. Remember to subscribe. Bye. If you have questions, let me know in the comment section. I'll try to respond to everyone. I've also been seeing your DMs. I'll try to respond to everyone. Okay, have a great week and good luck on your visa journey.
I wish you guys all the best. Bye.
Red lipstick rocks.
I'm
Just so
red
you
too.
know.
I'm already
Red.
Yeah, but it's clear.